Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Self-Insert Media. This is the Doom Scrolling Power Hour. We're going to be looking at stuff that I have found on the internet that I thought was amazing. We're going to go over it together. We'll look at it, we'll watch it, we'll laugh at it, we'll have discussions if that comes up. If not, well, enjoy the ride, right? Here we go. This is my Twitter page, X, whatever you guys call it these days. I don't know, it's Twitter to me still. And this is some of the random shit I found over the last couple of weeks. So you can see this is a couple of days old, but I've been plotting this out longer than I've been preparing to do it. So here we are doing this together. So we'll start with the first one. This one is great. If you guys have not seen this yet, this is 11 out of 10 shit right here. Let me zoom back in. I just realized you guys can't see what I'm looking at. Uh-oh. There we go. Here we are. This is the Twitter profile that I was talking about a second ago. And if you guys have not seen this one yet, this is top tier stuff right here. This is the kind of dad that I aspire to be. Probably not, but this is definitely what I wish I was like. So here we go.
Mom, love you. Yapper.so.
That is perfection right there. That is beautiful shit. The Green Goblin, I don't know where that came from. Like I don't know about that one, but yeah, I'm all about everything here, right? This is the kind of petty that I aspire to be, and this is really what the stuff I want to find when we're doing these kind of videos. I want to find this kind of stuff that's really stand out and go through it together. So now that we've done this, I'm going to go through here. I'm going to turn this bookmark off. We'll forget that one. Salute it to the bin. Thank you for joining part of the Doom Scrolling Power Hour. Up next is Kids Are Gonna Be Alright. Oh, this one's gone. I remember this one. It was pretty good. It's a couple of days old. Oh well, that one didn't make it, so we'll give that one a salute as well. Goodbye onto the trash bin of history. Now this one's interesting. This is one of those things that I'd like to talk about with you guys for just a minute. So, shit, I have turned the screen off again. There we go. So this is the kind of shit you have to figure out while you're doing the video. Here's the next thing that we want to talk about in the Doom Scrolling Power Hour. This is Matt Walsh. You guys may or may not know Matt Walsh, but he's pretty famous or infamous, depending on how you really want to look at it. But he's talking about the Cracker Barrel rebrand. If you guys have not seen the Cracker Barrel rebrand, we'll probably see it further on down in this this particular episode. But the Cracker Barrel rebrand was really I don't know. It seems like somebody's jumping off the deep end. We'll look it up. Cracker Barrel. That didn't go anywhere. I'm really just looking for the image. There we go. Here it is. This is the image. So this is the old school logo that these guys have had forever and ever and ever. This is the one that I know. This is the one that you probably know. This is the original logo, right? It's got the barrel. It's got the cracker. It's got everything, right? You've probably heard that joke made 1,000 times. And it's low-hanging fruit. That's why you've heard it that many times. And this is the rebrand. This is what they're going to, right? So, don't know if you guys can see this. I may be sitting in the way. But that's what they're going from. They're going from Cracker Barrel to Cracker Barrel. I don't know. This is the most milquetoast, washed out, like destroyed thing I've ever seen. I don't know what they're thinking about here. So this is what this post on the old X is about. It's about this change from this logo to this logo. And Matt Walsh tells us Cracker Barrel enlisted 3 marketing agencies to come up with their new logo and the remodel. So apparently there's a remodel that goes along with this too. I haven't seen the remodel. I don't want to see the remodel. If it's as bad as the logo, how could you think it's possibly good? I have no clue, right? So don't want to see it. So 3 agencies collaborated for months to make the brand more generic. That's what they did. Like I said, the marketing industry is completely fake. It's a $500 billion scam. Now, I don't know about that number. I don't know about $500 billion. But if the results they're getting out of it are what we just saw, I'm going to have to agree with the spirit of what this message is entirely. What the heck? Somebody paid money for this. That is mind-boggling. I got a logo like this which is, the idea of what we're going for here. And I got it for like $25 on Fiverr. So I'm pretty sure for a lot less than $500 billion, I could have made a much better guess on what to do with the Cracker logo, which in my case would be, my opinion, you just don't do anything to it. You leave it alone. You don't mess with perfection, right? It's good already. Just leave it, man. Just leave it. It's okay. This one's a little bit of a spicier take. So this is Immigration 101. This is what people really think about it. Saw this on the 20th. I thought this was very appropriate. That's really the way. Look at what's going on in England right now. All the crazy shit that they're dealing with day in and day out. If you've not seen the stuff about the kid getting arrested for swinging knives at people that are trying to attack her, that's what they're talking about. That's it right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's why. That's why it's bad. No good. Don't want to do it. So, pass that one on. Go to the next one. So this one was a pretty interesting go-around as well. So this is from the New York Post. Ex-Space Force Sergeant Orest, or Orest, sure, I don't have a clue how you pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. So, a Space Force Sergeant. There we go. That's what we're going to say. Was sentenced to 54 years in prison for fatally shooting a suspected teen car thief. Right now, that sounds bad. That is bad, right? You don't want to get your car stolen. You don't want to shoot people. You don't want to shoot teens, right? All that's bad. But if you think about this from the part of the perspective from where I'm from, right, in the South, right, in Alabama. If someone steals your property, it's kind of fair game, right? It's game on at that point. So I looked into this a little bit more. We'll see if we can follow this along. This is not the link that I actually ended up looking at. Yeah, he killed a 14-year-old, right? That's the big takeaway. He killed a 14-year-old. That is bad. And I've seen a lot of people trying to spin this like he was in the right for shooting some kid. But if you look into the story, the guy chased the kid down, like shot at him at his house, then jumped in his car and chased the kid down and basically had a rolling gun battle with a 14-year-old in a stolen car, right? That's what you get. You shoot people in the street, you chase them down, you kill them. I'm sorry, I don't feel that bad for you. I wouldn't want my car stolen either. Don't get me wrong. Don't think stealing is good. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But also, this is not the answer, right? This is what happens when you have a rolling gun battle in the middle of a street with a 14-year-old stole your car. You go to jail forever, and I don't really feel bad for you. Maybe there's more to it. I don't know. Again, this is the doom-scrolling power hour, not the research and investigation hour. So if the doom-scrolling power hour goes well, we'll get into deep dives on some of this stuff later. If you guys like that, comment, let me know down in the comment section if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. Because right now, all I'm planning on doing is looking at all the dumb shit I can find on Twitter and then sharing it with you guys so we can all look at this dumb shit together, right? So, on to the next thing. What does this one say? Oh, yeah. I remember this one now. Oh, yeah. I remember this one now. Is climate change a ticking time bomb for great tits? And I do not believe they are talking about that. As much as I want to think that they are, I'm pretty sure that's not what they're talking about. I am pretty sure they are not talking about those little birds, right? So, is this what you guys signed up for with climate change? I mean, really, I don't know how you go from climate change to saggy boobs. I really don't, but clearly Forbes tells us that's where we're at. I don't know if you believe Forbes. I don't know if I believe Forbes anymore, to be honest, but hey, that's what we're looking at. So, on to the next thing. This is Gigabase Dad. If you guys don't follow Gigabase Dad on Twitter, I do, because he always comes up with stuff like this. Some of the stuff's a little out of the pocket, a little off the wall, but some of it's pretty good. So if you've not seen this video, a video is currently going viral of a man beating up 5 women who tried to jump his wife. Now, I've been married for many, many years. That's what you do. That's the right answer. So most of the women are sharing it and saying they should go to prison because men should never step into a girl's fight. And his question, obviously, is would you jump in if your wife was getting jumped? The answer is you fucking better, right? You fucking better, right? That's what you're here to do. You're supposed to fix problems like this, guys. I mean, if you're not going to do that, you probably shouldn't be married. You probably shouldn't call yourself a dude if you wouldn't do that. To be real honest, I don't think you have any business in the lane with me and other people like me. So just stay over there. I don't know what you're doing out there if you don't think that was the right call. Clearly, you don't agree with me, right? And I don't agree with you. So two-way street there, I guess. We can just not agree. All right. Up next. I got to figure out how to zoom into this part of the screen. Here we go. This is how we'll do it. We'll use our super secret high-tech software to do this for us. Now where's the zoom button? I don't know, man. I have no good comment for this. There's nothing good about this. This is terrible. This is really bad. Don't do that. Don't do any part of that. No part of that is good. No part of it. Very, very bad. Gerrymandering. If you're into politics at all, you've been unable to dodge gerrymandering conversations lately. This is the new gerrymandered map. I don't think gerrymandering is good anywhere. So if you look at the statistics, a lot of New England, there's no Republican representatives, even though like half of the area is Republican, strangely enough, like 42, 43%. Let's look it up. Let's look it up together as part of a short jaunt into research and development on the Power Hour. Yeah, so here's a great example of gerrymandering. Like if you're not familiar with gerrymandering as a concept, or if you're not American and don't have to deal with this completely retarded shit, this is the idea behind it, right? How gerrymandering can swing an election, right? This is it. Like these pictures show you everything. You can go from three Democratic districts with 10 Republican districts to a complete reversal of that, and then you can have something balanced, right? I think we all can agree that this is what should be happening when you're talking about gerrymandering, right? You want everyone to play by the rules and everyone to have a fair shake, and if half the population's one side, then you should have half the representation there, right? Clearly, that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening in New England, right? There's a lot of New England states that are the opposite of this. They're the complete opposite. They're mostly it's the complete opposite of this, right? So it's mostly blue with a little bit of red, and there's absolutely no Republican representation, right? This is bad news. This is not good. This is bad. So this is, I guess, Texas swinging back at the New England states for doing this in a pro-democratic way. I hope the end result of all of this is that this whole process gets re-upped or something, right? This doesn't work anywhere, right? Take all the states, divide them into 10 boxes, and everyone plays with those same 10 boxes that can't be moved around or something. I don't know what to do to fix this problem, but this is no good, right? This is bad news bears. Because what will eventually happen is you'll have all the blue states that are just completely 100% blue, and there's no Republican representation from those, and all of the red states will do the exact opposite. And at the end of the day, that's really bad, right? That's not good. If you don't know why that's bad, it's because it's blue team versus red team. And in case you missed the most important part of that whole analogy, it's versus, right? Conflict is where both of those things go, and that's not good. So let's stop doing this shit. Let's just quit. This is all dumb, right? No good comes from this. That's it. That's all we're going to say about that. On to the next thing. Up next is Judicial Watch. I can't read that. All this text. I got glasses. I'm blind. The FBI and the Justice Department and their enablers in the Obama White House engineered the most egregious abuse of power and corruption in modern American history. This is Russiagate. This one I saved because I wanted to research it later, but I didn't research it. So yeah, we'll just say goodbye to that one. It didn't happen. Sorry. This one's good. If you guys have not seen this one. Very, very good.
There are more than two.
We'll watch it together in all of its glory. Move myself
There
out
are
of the
more
way.
than two genders. Select fit type, male or female.
Oops.
There are more.
That's perfect. That's great. I love that kind of shit. This is the kind of stuff that gets me out of bed in the morning. This shit's hilarious. Oh, this guy. I don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff from Homeland Security lately. I don't know if this is actually the Homeland Security or not. It says it's DHS.gov, but I don't know. Probably not, because some of these memes are just too top tier, right? So some of this stuff is just really far out there like this. This is hilarious. I love this stuff. I don't think it has anything to do with Homeland Security, but I am all about it. Give me all the God of War that you can in real life. This is great. And this is obviously in response to the White House. The number of ICE flights is skyrocketing. If you don't know, we're deporting a lot of people right now. I live in a small rural town in Alabama, and not long ago, as soon as this all started rolling out, our whole town just basically dried up, right? The downtown section of our city is gone. Literally half of Main Street is missing. Like there's, this side still here. This side, nope, not there anymore. That's not good, I don't think. But it does make for some pretty funny memes. So we're going to focus on that, not the serious stuff. Now, this one makes me sad, right? This is from the Wall Street Apes, or this is the guy that I follow on Twitter. But this makes me sad because I've been to Vegas several times, right? Vegas used to be a pretty cool place. It was always a little pricey, but the food was cheap and the food was amazing, and that was universally everywhere. Now, not so much. So let's get into this. We'll watch this together, and then we'll talk about it just a little bit more.
310. Here we go. If you want a bucket of Coors Light, 24 Coors Light's gonna run you $2.90.99.
That's not good beer either, and it's not that much of it.
Let's keep going here. You want Topo Chico, 24 cans, $2.90. It's all $2.90.99 for any type of. Oh, they upcharge you on the high noon. High noon's gonna run you $3.10 for 24 high noons. Let's go over to the. You want some mixed cocktails? Cocktails gonna run you $40 for a cocktail.
Sheesh, $40, man. What the
$40
heck?
for a Bloody Mary. Watermelon drink. You want shots? You can get 12 shots. You want shots? You're gonna get 12 shots for $190.
12 shots.
Get ready to
$200.
Coming into the Go Pool. Good vibe.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's enough of that. I don't need to see the rest. That's what's happening to Vegas, right? I've seen more stuff about this. Apparently, a lot of the casinos in downtown Vegas took out a lot of debt to renovate a lot of stuff, and they're completely out of money now, right? So we may be seeing the slow, painful, and inevitable death of the city of Las Vegas. I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent, but sure seems expensive. Wow. Jeez. Okay. That's enough of that. On to the next thing. More Matt Walsh. Like I said, I like Matt Walsh. I follow him a lot because he's got a lot of good takes, and as someone who just does this every time that they feel like it, this guy does this full time, right? This is what I want to be when I grow up. I probably will never grow up, but it'd be nice to be able to find this stuff on the inside lane. Let's watch the video first. We'll watch the video and we'll get to his comments. You can see the post. Incredibly funny and sad how scared the average MAGA is of American cities, right? So there's a lot wrong with that statement, right? The size of the MAGA bucket is unbelievable these days, right? If you're online at all, and if you're not, I hope you're not. I hope you're following this, watching this video because you're not terminally online, right? Because that's not a place to be. So this is me trying to build a bridge between someone who's online way more than they should be and you who's not, right? So just watch this video. You don't have to do this crap. Don't suffer with me, right? Don't look at me. Look me in the eyes. Don't suffer with me. Let me do this for you. The MAGA bucket is huge, right? Lots of people get lumped into it. Lots of people are there by default. If you're not like a blue-haired screaming liberal woman, you're basically a a MAGA Nazi Republican, right? That's just the only two buckets that exist these days for some reason. I'm not going to get into that. Don't want to touch it. But you see Matt Walsh's answer here. This is the equivalent of a pit bull owner who's trying to prove that pit bulls aren't dangerous by posting a photo of the pit bull that isn't currently in the act of mauling a child. He's got a point. He's got a point, right? This is a good street, and I don't think anyone thinks that places with multiculturalism are bad. I don't think that's the bulk, but you also can't act like there's not issues with it, right? Multiculturalism is good until it's not, right? Like with everything else, right? There's good parts to it, there's bad parts to it. You admit them both. You do the best that you can to get rid of the problems, right? That's what you're supposed to do. That is not what anyone does. So this is someone who's a little bit to the blue. This is someone who's a little bit to the red. Somewhere in the middle is probably what we need to be doing, which is, figuring out a way to fix all the problems that people deal with day in and day out that cause crime, right? That's what we really want to do. But that's it. On to the next thing. This one, I actually found these two like back to back, I think. I don't know that I believe the numbers on that. That doesn't seem correct. This is another one of those things that I saw that I wanted to fact check, right? Again, I've kind of thought about doing two different ideas for this series of videos, right? One of them where we just go through stuff, and one of them where we investigate stuff, because this is something that I don't believe. It just doesn't seem square to me. It seems a little too red, right? Not blue. This is very, very red, right? This seems really red to me. So it needs to be investigated, right? This is one of the things I was going to do. Not going to do it. Obviously, this has been too long, and I should probably not start this YouTube channel by doing really racy stuff. So I'm not going to do that. We'll pass on this one. Come to it later. This happened a while ago on the 11th, and I watched this when it was happening. This is some pretty funny stuff. So let's watch the video together. Pretty loud. I didn't realize how loud that would be. I'm going to try to tone that down in the editing. That's something for me to do later. Editor me to turn the volume down. That's really loud. Like I know how to do that. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Oh, this one has no audio. Aw. Okay, well, this one has no audio. It's probably closer to what actually happened, right? So here we have two Chinese naval vessels that are giving whoever this is grief, and then kersplat, they smashed into each other. So let's see that again, right? Both of these ships are chasing this little vessel. I don't know the background of this. I don't know who this vessel is. I don't know who the guy with the camera is, but I know he's in a bad spot. Chinese warship. There's two of them, two Chinese warships, and then all of a sudden, like magic, there's only one Chinese warship, right? So here we go. Time for the action. Oh, no. Yep, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Beautiful. It's a thing of beauty, right? It's a thing of beauty. Yes, China may have a pretty big military, but I don't know, man. I don't know. So, yeah. Good one. And now the part that we were actually looking at originally is this. I love it. I absolutely love this. Again, this is my speed right here. This is the kind of humor that I find very entertaining. So this is great. This is what I want to see more of. If you're on the internet, make more of this stuff, please. I'll review it all. We can all laugh at it together because this is great. This is great stuff. Grok got suspended. So this happened a while ago, August the 11th, right? That's nearly... It's not quite a month ago, but it's a couple of weeks ago, right? If you guys didn't see this or even know who Grok is, maybe you don't. I wish I'd be very jealous if you don't know who Grok is, because I do, and I wish I didn't. But Grok is basically the AI for Twitter, right? So it's Twitter's AI. There was a couple of days there where Grok turned into Mecha Hitler, right? Let's look up Mecha Hitler so we can see. Mecha Hitler. Oh, they didn't make any sweet art of Grok Mecha Hitler? Close enough, right? Close enough. But yes, Grok had some unhinged moments there for a couple of days. He did get suspended. He was immediately updated right after that, so he stopped being a Mecha Nazi. But he was really saying some off-the-wall stuff. I don't have any of that stuff saved, so I won't show any of that with you. But it was very funny, right? So this is the kind of stuff that I want to see when we're reviewing this kind of junk. More Mecha Hitler, please, right? Give me things to laugh about. This one. Just read it, right? Just look at it, read it. This is an opinion, and I think there's a lot of fairness to it, right? If you don't affirm my delusion and comply with my every demand, I will end my own life, and it'll be your fault. So if you remember back in the day, like many, many years ago, like when gay marriage became legal everywhere in America, this was the kind of stuff that they were talking about, right? They said a lot of really bad stuff would happen. And regardless of what your opinion on the gay marriage thing was, good, bad, or indifferent, I think it was necessary, right? It was a good thing overall for sure, but lots of people disagree. But this is the kind of stuff they were pointing at when they were opposing it, right? So if you guys remember back in those days, maybe you weren't around back then, right? But it was a hot topic when it came up, right? Like, not everyone was pro it, not everyone was against it. There was a lot of people just in the middle. I personally was of the opinion, kind of whatever, do what you want. It has nothing to do with me. I absolutely don't care. But if you remember the cake baker thing that happened, right? That was one of those things that they said, oh yeah, this is going to get taken way too far. This is also an example of something being taken way too far, right? So this is a transgender bus driver threw herself in front of a train after being called sir by a passenger. This guy is spot on, right? He's not lying. None of this is good. This guy's response is just inane, right? This is why trans rights are so important and why discrimination needs to be stopped. There was no discrimination. It was probably somebody making a mistake. It was somebody calling you sir when you want to be called ma'am. Well, you can be called whatever you want. I'm going to call you what I think you are. And if I'm wrong, then I can be wrong. But the part where you throw yourself in front of a train and then blame me for it, no. It's a good thing here, really, if you think about this, that the person that called whoever this was sir, they don't know who it was. Or there would probably actively be a campaign to destroy that person's life because they called the wrong person, the wrong thing, and then they killed themselves. Like they're somehow at fault for what choices someone makes in their life. They're not at all, right? That's a personal choice. This person should have been prepared to get misgendered, right? It's just part of life. People don't really care, right? So there's the overarching thing with the transgender community that we're all supposed to care about what you're doing. We don't. I don't know you. I don't care about you, really. I care about you passively, right? I want you to be okay. I want you to be healthy and happy and all that jazz. But I don't have to participate in your life, right? I'm not going to participate in your life. I don't have to pay your bills. And until I do, I have no reason to care about you, right? I'm not paying your bills. Why do you care if I call you one thing or the other, right? You're supposed to be doing your own life. I'm doing mine. You do yours. We'll all get through this together. So that's it. On to the next thing. That was oddly serious. On to the next thing. This one's pretty dark too. I saw this one a while ago. I don't know who Beto O'Rourke is, but the next time we win power, we're going to drive that car like we stole it. We're going to legalize every dreamer, every dreamer's parent, every hardworking American doing backbreaking work that makes this country so goddamn great in the first place. I think my biggest problem with this is just the threat, like it's being wielded like a threat. Like when we take power, we're gonna French Revolution, y'all motherfuckers. That's really the direction they're going with this. And I think that's what you can see here, right? And that's not good, right? Nope. Nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants any of that, right? This is a democratic process. You can't take over and drive it like you stole it. Maybe people think that Republicans are doing that. I don't know if I agree completely. I can see that there's a lot of things happening, but that's what's supposed to happen, right? You're supposed to fix things when you have the opportunity, and to do anything else than that is, I guess, just an abdication of duty of government, right? They're supposed to make things better, not drive it like you stole it, right? Not act like there's, some kind of horrible thing going on when maybe there is some overreach going on, sure, but that's not something that, you should pull out the guillotine for. There we go. That's what I'm going to say with that. So this one's pretty funny. Now, if you guys, we'll watch part of this together.
I love that Charlie Kirk is trying so hard to be in on the joke in this South Park episode. I don't think you understand what this is. This is not a friendly roast between friends. They are making fun of you because you are a hack, morally contemptuous loser. It's very much giving like this me.
So what you're going to see here, there's another 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and 45 seconds of basically 3 other people doing the same exact thing, being very mad that Charlie Kirk doesn't care that he was getting made fun of in South Park, right? I don't know why anyone cares what people think about them on the internet, right? I am putting this out there to the world because I don't really care what the internet thinks either, right? The South Park episode was pretty funny, right? I thought it was great. Apparently Charlie Kirk thought it was great too, and it was making fun of him specifically, so I don't know what to tell you guys. Get some thicker skin. And again, this is just a reaction of people to someone who has thick skin. Like, why are you mad about that, right? You're mad that making fun of someone didn't work? Shouldn't you guys be against bullying? Aren't you the loves and hugs and kisses party? I mean, I don't know. It seems a little strange to me just in every direction. So, yeah. Okay, we got a couple more things to go, so we'll continue on. This is going to be a lot longer than I hoped it would be. Okay, so this is another hot take from Matt Walsh. You can see, as I've mentioned, I have a lot of Matt Walsh hot takes because he makes a lot of statements that are controversial. They shouldn't be controversial, I don't think, but they definitely are. So we're going to look at another Matt Walsh take. It's bad enough to hear that EBT users complain when they can't buy junk food with their EBT card. The sense of entitlement is even worse when you consider that they can still use the card to purchase the ingredients to make junk food. But that would require effort, so they won't do it, basically, is what he's saying. Now, if you're not familiar with the EBT thing, there's apparently some incoming changes to what you can and can't buy on EBT cards. That's what this complaint is about. Now, I've seen lots of complaints online, but I've not seen anything in real life that makes me think this is a huge deal, right? Lots of people have government assistance. Lots of people are still using it. I've seen other things that we're not going to talk about because they're not covered here. But I think this is one of his takes that I don't really follow along with. Like, I don't really care what you spend your EBT money on. I really don't, right? It's government assistance. I don't think you should be on it forever, if that's one of the things you'd like to talk about. But that's not what we're talking about here in the doom scrolling power hour. So on to the next thing. This one's hard to read. This is this one's hard to read, right? This is bad news. This is not doom scrolling power hour heavy. So this is something I was going to research in depth. So we've got it up here. I'm not going to read it for you guys because it's just bad, right? There's bad things going on in England if you don't know. That would be a whole video that I'd love to make if you guys would be interested in hearing about all the crazy shit that's going on in England. It's a lot like this. It's bad all around. Let me know down in the comment section, and if I get a lot of feedback, maybe I'll make a video about that because we probably could use it. This one's good. I like this one. Don't stop, shake that shit, don't stop her, get it. This is the kind of stuff I really love to see, right? This comes from Libs of TikTok. They're a pretty controversial figure as well, which you can notice a trend there. I like to follow all the controversial people to see what they have to say, and if it makes me laugh, I want to talk about it with you guys. So, this one's, I don't know what to say. This lady's being investigated. I think I've seen stuff since then where this lady was investigated and is in trouble now. Oof. I mean, it's a great joke, though. As a TikTok, this is top tier, right? This is an 11 out of 10. This is great. As long as she didn't actually do this, I'm okay with this kind of stuff, right? If she did that, El Salvador's president has an approval rating of 91%. Boy. The world's most popular leader. And if you guys don't know what he's done, this guy, oh man, that would be a deep dive I would love to have as well. That's a big deep dive. Wow, this guy's done a lot of stuff. He put a lot of people in jail. Let's see how many people he's put in jail, because I just want to know. This will be the short-term version of There we go. That's his name. Of the long form content that I want to one day do. How many people? All right, let's rephrase this. How many people? How many people has this guy imprisoned? 1% of El Salvador's population. 1%. Wow. That is a lot less than I would have thought. That's a lot less than I would have thought, right? So if you hear, whenever I hear statistics about this kind of stuff, right, the general consensus is that you have to jail like 10% of the population to fix major crime problems. That's 1%. This guy only jailed 1%, and they have a huge increase in their safety. 1% of your population, though, that's a lot of people. That's a boatload of people. Let's see if they go over how many people there are down here. Oh, detained over 76,000 El Salvador. So 76,000 people are in jail because of this guy. He was basically just throwing him in jail for any reason that he could find, right? If there was something going on, you didn't make it, you went to jail, you did not pass go, you did not get $200. You just got canned, right? So on to the next topic. This is Texas State House. This is actually what predated the stuff we talked about a minute ago about the gerrymandering, right? So while they were trying to pass the gerrymandering, which we saw earlier, the Democrats ran away, and they all had arrest warrants put out for them. I haven't heard much about that. I know last time that happened, it happened in Texas many years ago, and no one actually got arrested. They just had a lot of stuff talked about them, like you see right here. It's a big hullabaloo that turned into nothing. Flash in the pan, if you will. This one makes me sad. So this is how we're going to end the first inaugural doom scrolling power hour. This is how we end it. This is something that made me sad. So this is Lil Tay, if you guys don't know. This is a 18-year-old woman, I don't know how you want to say this, and she launched an OnlyFans the day she turned 18. If you think about that for a minute, she was 18 and she had content already, and she launched it, and you can see how much money she made. She made $1 million on her 18th birthday, effectively, one day. That is a lot of money, but what that tells you is that there's a lot of people that are into this stuff, right? This is someone who is literally the definition of barely legal. If you think about that much at all, probably not even legal when this content was made and then shared the next day or whatever, right? But a lot of people showed up, right? And that's what the Quartering here is saying. I follow the Quartering as well. If you guys don't know the Quartering, he is one of the guys that I watch pretty regularly. He does cover a lot of topics like this, right? He does something similar to what we're talking about right now, only it's a little bit more long form and more in depth for each topic. I like to touch a little bit of everything and move on. But yeah, this was weird and bad in every way. So that is it for the Doom Scrolling Power Hour. Thank you for joining me. That was the first attempt at this video type. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to spend probably like a week editing this video, figuring out how to do it. And whenever I get it figured out and get it made, I'll post it to the internet. And when we figure out how that goes, hopefully the next time I come up with a bunch of stuff to go over, this will be a little bit easier of a process, right? This is my first YouTube video ever, so I don't know what this is going to look like. Maybe it's great, maybe it's not. Maybe I need to move the camera so that it's not up here and it's more down here where I'm normally looking, because I normally look very close to the camera, but not quite at it, right? Can you see the difference? I can. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this Doom Scrolling Power Hour. I am, once again, the fat white guy with self-insert media that you can't see. Self-insert media, right there. That's my logo. Well, anyway, thanks for joining us on the Doom Scrolling Power Hour. I am fat white guy with self-insert media. Thank you for your time. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment down below, especially if you want to see something else or want to hear more about something that we talked about in this video. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.